gotta go. Be waiting for you. Look how you do. All right, love bugs. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below. And for a small monthly $5 fee, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it. If the YouTube gets it. Now, let's get into this bullshit. The Wendy Williams documentary, What a Mess. I guess this is part 2. Now, before we get started, I have my googly eyes glasses on, you know, because whenever I'm fitting to act a whole fool, I always got these glasses on, okay? So, be prepared. All right, you know, little Cab, I don't mean to disrespect your mammy, you know, like this, but she full of shit. All it was a reiteration of that lame ass Wendy Williams movie that we seen last week, you know, and a whole bunch of crying and blubbering. Okay, that's all it was Wendy Williams saying the whole damn thing with special guest stars in it, like the Bravo Andy. Okay, the Bravo Andy, and we know he is the boogity sugarity queen. And it just made me realize how much of a blubbering mess this girl is. That's the reason why it was called. Right, so Wendy Williams considered herself to always be tall, fat, and black. That's just who she is in her core. Okay. In my mind, I will always be that square little girl that read books from certain quarters. Okay. I'm also from 6th, but I was a little girl when I was living in certain quarters. And my formative years as a teenager was when I lived on Morton Street, 640. Okay. But to me, I will always be that little girl that wore thick glasses or that wears thick glasses that read books. And that's why all this was a revengeful grievance documentary about how Kevin shitted on her. Girl, don't you know that every time you speak his name, every time you breathe life into his name, he is winning, girl. Kevin had moved on with his life. Okay, I don't know if he with the girl Sharina. You know, once you had a baby, you ain't fun girl no more. Moved on with Sabrina ass. All right. Or pastor or whatever. And you still breathing his name, girl. You got too much money. You are a businesswoman. Did you know? Okay. Okay. You on the Wendy Williams show hitting this blicker. Now you telling lies that you dehydrated. And then when it came to Lil Kev and she was talking that BS about, you know, I had to protect Little Kev. Lil Kev is away at fucking college. He is fucking. Anyway, how the documentary opens up, okay? She's sitting on her couch talking about her life, okay? She has lymphodemas, okay? If y'all don't know what lymphodemas is, it's ankles like ham hocks, okay? She has ankles like ham hocks. Ankles like ham hocks. Ankles like ham hocks. That there's no cure for it. You know, she just put this lymphedema machine on her legs that I guess takes the swelling out of her legs, you know. And I didn't really pay no attention to it till that documentary when she walked out there on that show, on her show, the Wendy Williams show. Her legs were so big. God bless those. 2 minutes and 20 seconds in, she brings up Kevin's name. Bitch, that's telling me that he is in the forefront of Wendy Williams is saying that her and her brother were inseparable. Okay? And we know that this is the brother that she's now beefing with because she did not show up to her mother's funeral. Okay? I don't know. That's just cancers. They just do. I hate to say it. Like, they the type that if they throw a party, they want you there. Okay? And they will get in their feelings if you do not show up. You heard me? But when you throw a party, it's not the same urgency. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what they are. Now, they might send you a beautiful, lavish present, but they just won't show, depending on their mood, because you know they are moody people. It depends on how they feel that day. Okay. And Cancer women, I don't want you to take none of this personal, because every BFF that I have ever had in my life has been a this documentary. Her mother is still alive. Okay. And she says, meaning Wendy Williams, where she got presenting a perfect family was from her mother. Okay, that's nothing new. Okay, Black African American family. Here I go. Black African American families love to put up a good front. Okay, the house on the outside could be stellar, child, but as soon as you walk through the door, it's all kinds of road runner and coyote BS going on there. Okay, it's all kinds of Tom and Jerry, Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead shit going inside the house. She is talking about her weight issues, a topic that we already touched in the movie. I'm like, Joe, how many times you gonna talk about your fucking weight, girl? You don't even weigh half as much as you used to back then. Plus, you was cute when you had the weight in your face, girl. You know, and then you was talking about, then everybody's talking about how Method Man is mad at Wendy Williams because she is bringing up their past, you know, their infidelities. And I'm like, Method Man, why are you so mad for? You didn't hunch the ugly Wendy Williams. You hunched the cute one. Okay, and she's not ugly. She just looks like a lion, man. Why does that lady want to talk about how her brother knew that she was bulimic, but he did not make efforts to stop her? Okay, and you can tell that she's holding that against him because she has body issues. She went to plastic surgery. She got them boobs done and lipo. Okay, but girl, how come you ain't talking about that second boob job that you got? The one that we can clearly see that you got. Because at first, them blickers was like this. Yeah, they regular. Well, mine ain't regular, but you know what I'm saying? They like the size of mine now, and I'm like an H. Okay, but she ain't talking about that. You know, and it's hard for me to get information from Wendy Williams and take it wholeheartedly because she's so strategic about what she talks about. Okay, she's just, I don't know. It's like sometimes cancers think that nobody can see them. So she is going over her career. Child, just watch the movie because the documentary ain't nothing but the remix of the movie, child. And if it was up to me, I would have chose to do the documentary opposed to the movie anyway. You know, we ain't learned nothing from either, you know, features, except for that she was old petty bitch that still wound up in her head over Kevin. I don't care how many times she say she over it. Because if you was over it, you wouldn't have started 2 minutes and 20 seconds in talking about Kevin Hunter. Okay, Kevin Hunter, because y'all two are not together no more, should be at the bottom of your list. Okay, the bottom. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even be talking. You are a businesswoman, girl. Talk about business. Mr. C, where the hell you been? I ain't seen you since, you know, the last time you got caught with that lady, with that trans woman. I ain't seen you in a while. You still working, bro? You okay? Talk about her infamous interviews. We had Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. But what they did not talk about was the interview that she had with, what's that judge name? Judge Mathis. Okay, that's what we didn't talk about. See, that's what I don't like about Wendy. Wendy is very evasive, and that bitch will omit anything that makes her not look like a victim. Yeah, I said it. Anything that does not make her look like a victim, she don't want to be no parts of it. Okay? You know, she want the whole world to cry river with her over a man that probably still loves her, but just not in the same capacity that she wants him to love her. Okay. The incident with Ricky Tony, okay? Wendy Williams, you a bitch for this because you made us think that you was going to say the name of the person who accosted you. You know, blank, if you know what I'm saying. They made us think that. Then they went to a commercial. You dirty bitch, you. You dirty. It's Ricky Tony Terry. Because all she said was that it was a... She said that it was a one-hit wonder. And at the time, she was in D.C. She also mentioned again that she don't like that bitch Kathy Hughes. And Kathy Hughes is not a bitch. Okay, I love Kathy Hughes because that lady ain't never done nothing to me. Okay. Kevin came up with the idea that they should be promoting shows. Wendy Williams be the host, and Mr. C be the DJ. Okay, that's how them Virgos do you. If they got a pot of gold right there, they gonna use it. You hear me? Zentho
Now,
the next thing you know, we got Kima in the interview from "Can't You See What You Do to Me? Our love was meant to be." So at any rate, the girl Kima from Total doing an interview saying that Wendy Williams was talking too much shit. So I went down there to whoop ass. Okay. And the way the movie made it seem was that Kevin jumped out the car. But in reality, Kima said that's not what happened. Wendy Williams hopped in the car and then hopped in her Mercedes that Kevin had and stuck her finger out the window or out the sunroof. That's what she said. The way they made it seem in the movie was that Kima got scared. Kima and Total got scared back into the car. Oh God, it's Kevin. Oh, Kevin. Although they said constantly in this movie that Kevin had a reputation of being, people being afraid of them. And I can believe that because them damn Virgos, don't nobody want to argue with them. Them niggas don't have no back down. None. No back down whatsoever. Virgos have no back down. Another thing that Wendy Williams said that I thought was profound was that she said that she is not liked, but she is indeed mimicked. Won't lie. I think Wendy Williams was among the greatest to ever do it when it comes down to gossip radio. All right. Now she is pregnant. Okay. The family was always a priority for her. Of course, she's a Cancer. If you find a woman with 20 kids, she's probably. Kevin seemed to be very supportive, through the miscarriages. All right. Infidelity happened, when she caught him on the phone talking to somebody. So she knew that he is who he is, but she's not leaving him. And then I'm like, girl, you don't even know what the heck is going on the phone in the first place. He could have, hunched that wife once, and said, girl, I'm about to pay you $3,000 to go away for surgery, because she didn't say this, but in real life, in her mind, she insecure. Kevin cheating, I need to do everything I can possibly do to keep him. You know who else does that? Another Cancer, Tiny Harris. She does that. Everything. She thinks that all problems can be solved when she what's that word? Does things to her body. That's why she got so much work done. She constantly in her head. Why is this nigga cheating on me? He cheating on you because she is back in New York working with a guy that she used to work with. Look, I'm trying to get back to New York. I want on your radio station. The dude said, I can't give you the money you want. She said, let's make a deal. Kevin intervened and I know this from the movie. Kevin intervened and was allowed to get her the money she wants. Now, according to Wendy Williams, she says that Kevin thinks that he's responsible for getting me back to New York. No, it was me. Girl, don't nobody give a fuck. Okay? Kevin's controlling behavior interfered with Wendy Williams because Wendy Williams had an attractive bodyguard. Kevin was, no. You can't have a man more handsome than me working for you. You're eventually going to fuck him. I'm going to talk about the condo. She said she didn't question the condo that he had, because he didn't want the blunts, or Wendy didn't want the blunts and the ninjas in her house. So get your condo. Go over there. What Wendy Williams said what she didn't know was that he was holed up having a whole girlfriend over there. Now, Kevin was perceived as a bully. Everybody was on edge. The relationship was passionate, tumultuous, and volatile. The owners of the radio station said, listen to Wendy Williams, and the Kevin the Hunter. Listen, I realized that back in home, y'all got all kinds of mess going on. But as the owner of this station, she's here to work for me. Back at home, she's your wife. Here, she's my employee. So you had Kevin Hunter that was banned from the station. It didn't matter, though, because Kevin would get in contact with her assistant and tell him to take care of stuff. Wendy says that she tolerated Kevin out of her love for him and her son. No, I don't think that's it. It doesn't sound like that, because you wouldn't be talking about him right now if you tolerated him. You wouldn't be so scorned right now if you tolerated him. What it was that you was pressed. And you probably you can't get another thug passion the way that you got with Kevin. Because she admitted that she loves that thug passion. She loved that dope dealer dick. I talked to one of the people from Denmark. Okay, it's 1995. And what happened was, they worked with Wendy Williams before. I didn't know this, but Wendy Williams had a talk show before, but she didn't get picked up for a second season. Denmark finally came back around and was like, okay, this time it's going to work. Now, according to the Kevin was the one who got her what she needed from Denmark in order to have a successful show. Okay. Leave it to the Wendy Williams. That's an answer no. She don't want to give Kevin no more kudos and no more accolades than what she has already gave him. Because remember, she wants to continue to paint herself as the victim. Girl, you can't be the victim when the same thing that happened to you done said 1 gazillion, trillion, million times with other people. You can't be the victim. You blubbering, I can't do that. I would have preferred if you stood 10 toes planted in front of the camera, and not hit us with, I'm still the wife, and just said, that nigga cheating. He cheating. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Then they go on to talk about the interview between her and Omarosa. Now, Denmark, or the people from Denmark, said they was a little nervous because she was sitting there in that treacherous wig. I mean, treacherous. It was like she could pull pistols out that blicker. Okay, she's sitting there with that treacherous ass weave, taking all this BS from Omarosa, and then something snaps at her, and she's like this. Always telling a bitch can't fight. Oh no, we will not be doing this. You can always tell a rich bitch that think because she rich that she won't get her ass kicked. Oh no, we will not be doing this. Oh damn, Andy Cohen talking about, no, this isn't right. We can't have all the other news media talking about Wendy Williams. She needs to talk about this herself. Yeah, you're right, because bravo, Andy, you a nosy bitch too. Okay, and watch what happens live. Sometimes you'll have the Wendy Williams around there and y'all have a good time. Another person from Denmark says the TV show is good, but that damn controlling Kevin. Okay, they're saying that Kevin Hunter was so when he came through, it was like he almost bullied himself through Denmark Productions. And them rich white folks can't deal with all that black man aggression. They can't deal with that. This is another thing. This is how I know how petty that goddamn Wendy Williams is. She told the world that Sharina didn't want Kevin Hunter at first. She wanted somebody else at first. Men don't like that. That's humiliating. But he turned that into a challenge. Oh, you don't want me? You won't want me soon. Okay? Yeah, she wanted him, and she gave a nigga a baby. No. She didn't give him a baby. She gave Wendy the Williams the baby. That's when she gave a baby. Wendy Williams, you a whole new baby. You a whole new pappy. Okay, you got a whole new baby girl around there. You should be checking on her. Don't talk about her. Check on her. Seen pictures of Sharina and Kevin while Kevin then sent her down there to Florida to a rehab. It's a whole bunch of mess going on. The Daily Mail and Page 6 is pulling Wendy Williams' tail from up under her. I mean, they are giving her a problem. And Wendy Williams, I got a question. Are you using skin lighteners? Because you got that funny color skin that people have when they be bleaching. Like Wendy Williams continues to talk about, okay, I done been through affairs with Kevin, but this one was an affair with a baby. And that's a lot of women's breaking points. A lot of women. But I would say that I must commend any woman who sticks by her man and loves the child as if it's her own also. So I commend that, because a lot of women can't do it. You send your baby over the father house, okay, and the wife end up kicking your baby down the steps. Okay, now the problem is gone. Another thing that I found out from the documentary was that while she was living in the sober house, both of her parents had a stroke. Okay, and then season 11 comes for the Wendy Williams. She's in good spirits. She comes through the door with a big old lemon dress on. Okay. Her ankles are still like ham hocks, okay? And then at the end, Wendy announces this big triumphant, I'm back and I'm single and I'm proud. And bitch, don't nobody believe you. You're going to need more people, girl. You just, with this movie and this documentary, all you did was showed us was that you is still in your feelings about goddamn Kevin Hunter. That's all it showed us. Already done so. Please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. Now remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will be the same people that you meet on the way down, my naysayers, my patron loves, my love bugs. Zoom.